So as we look at Psalms 18 and 11, he said, he made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. Most High also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. See, that thunder is his voice. Yeah, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings. He shot out lightnings and discomforted them. That's why I said when you look at all these different things that happen on this earth, lightning, hailstones, storms, and volcano eruptions, hurricanes, tornadoes, all these things are from the Most High, and fires. The Most High, tell you, he's a consuming fire. So when you understand and see the power of the Most High, it should bring about a change within you. Or you're going to reap what it is that is written in this Bible concerning him. Deuteronomy 32 and 4, he is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment, a power of truth and without iniquity. Just and right is he. See? This is our power, the Most High. He's worthy to be praised for everything. Look at Jeremiah 10 and 10. Jeremiah 10, verse 10. But the Most High is the true power. He is the living power and an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. You hear that? In the end, as we went through 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, tell you, there ain't going to be nothing but dust and smell of smoke. But these nations going to come to fight against the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what it says. But the Most High is the true power. He is the living power. This is Jeremiah 10 and 10. And an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. Hear that? Thus shall ye say unto them, gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. When he uttereth his voice, again, when he uttereth his voice, there is multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings which rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. See, that's who we serve, the Most High. Better recognize him. You don't, you're going to recognize him. Some people recognize him though. Some people feeling the wrath of the Most High in these last days. Everybody's not void of understanding of the power of the Most High. They know that it's something that they've never experienced before. Ask the people that never experienced the things that they see happening in this earth today, beyond their imagination, any of our imagination. Look at Job 34 and 10. Job 34 and 10, it say, therefore hearken, meaning listen unto me, ye men of understanding. You talking to everyone, you talking to the men of understanding. Say, listen to him, ye men of understanding. Far be it from the Most High that he should do wickedness, and from the Almighty, that he should commit iniquity. That he should commit iniquity. That's why he came on this earth. He was perfect. He did not sin. Mashiach Yahushua. Deuteronomy 32. and 5. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Let's talk about us. So when you look at how much energy is given to the left-hand side in these last days, what about the energy that will be put upon us as the children of Israel to get us right? That's why I say you, including myself and everybody else. This us. When we talk about how he's saying this right here, this pertains to us, we the children of Israel. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. We're supposed to be righteous, following what he say do. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Why he calls it perverse and crooked generation? That's why we got to get it together, people. We got to come out of the darkness into the marvelous light of the Most High, keeping his laws, statutes, commandments. That's the light. To shine bright, so therefore you'll be illuminated. Look, Psalms 119, verse 1. Psalms 119 and 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way. Blessed are those that are not sinning in following the way of Mashiach Yahushua, who walk in the law of the Most High. You walk in the law of the Most High every day. That's when you're blessed. I mean, it's not going to deviate, because he told us in Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Look what he told us. You want to know how to be blessed? Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if, that's a condition, thou shalt hearken, meaning listen diligently, unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. That's what's going to happen in the kingdom when the Mashiach shall come. That's what he's going to do for the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel that's following this, his law, statutes, commandments. And all these blessings, so we're looking for, shall come on thee and overtake thee, if, that's a condition, thou shalt hearken, mean listen unto the voice of the Most High thy power, which is the voice have words. So Mashiach Shai is the word of the Most High. From the Most High's voice come words, and the Most High is telling you that Mashiach Yahushua is the word of the Most High. So going back to Psalms 119 and 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, they that keep the commandments of the Most High and have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, who walk in the law of the Most High. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies, see, and that seek him with the whole heart, with your whole mind. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. See? They don't do any wickedness. They don't sin. They walk in the ways of the Most High. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. That's why you don't just read this Bible from Genesis to Revelation and think you're going to understand it. You get understanding through the precepts. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. He's screaming at us. Say, oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Keep your statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. Say, I will not be ashamed in keeping your commandments. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly. So I'm going to keep your statutes. He said, don't forsake me utterly. Don't utterly forsake me. You see? You see, Israel will find a way to do exactly what he said not to do. He said, do this, they'll do the opposite. That's why he said. Deuteronomy 32:5. They have corrupted themselves. Just make a marker on Deuteronomy 32nd chapter. We're going through this chapter, precept in this chapter, in this law. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Do ye thus requite the Most High, O foolish people, and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath brought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? But see, he did all these things for us, and we looked at him like big deal. We want a king. We want to be like the other nations. That's why he said, look, unto this day, go to Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Jeremiah 2:19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken the Most High thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, said the Most High power of hosts, power of armies. See? Verse 21, he said, yet I have planted thee a noble vine. See, he planted us a noble vine, to be noble people to him. Holy, a right seed, a right seed. Gave us his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. Only us, 12 tribes of Israel. How then art thou turned into a degenerate, good for nothing plant, worthless plant of a strange vine unto me? But though thou wash thee with myrrh, with nitre, and take thee with soap, much soap, yet thine iniquity, the wickedness is marked before me, said the Most High power. Talking to we the children of Israel. See, our wickedness is right before his face. Why? Because we are doing the things that's contrary to what he would want us to do in this Bible, and you don't want to learn. Our people don't want to learn. They don't want to keep something from us. You put it in the book. So they don't want to read. They don't want to read. They just want to listen and think they're going to get this. You're not going to get this by just listening. You got to open up this book. The book is the word of the Most High is alive. St. John 6:63. You're going to understand this. He's speaking to us in these last days through a Mashiach Yahushua, who is the spirit of the Most High. You're going to understand this. Or, when you come to judgment, you go before him, he's going to say, I don't know you. You didn't take your time to learn of me. St. John 6:63. St. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. So you and your flesh, in the way you think, your carnal mind, it don't profit nothing, he said. Nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Get that? Mashiach say the words that I'm speaking to you, they are spirit and they are life. Whose words are we speaking? The Most High's. You hear the Most High speak, and you speak the words of the Most High. You see what the Most High do, he does the same thing that the Most High is doing. But there are some of you that believe not, just like there's some of you out there that don't believe. For Mashiach knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray them. And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him of my Father. The Most High, the one that draw. That's what he said in verse 44, St. John 6:44. So no man can come to me except the Father, which have sent me, draw him. So you understand this. You can understand this point. You ain't coming to a Mashiach Yahushua unless the Most High ordained you worthy to come to him. That's why you don't hear people confessing of him. You confess of him, he's going to confess you before the Most High, because you can't get to the Most High unless you go through him, he said. No man come to the Father but by me. And he's not going to confess you before the angels. These angels are right here on the earth, ready for the ones on the earth, ready for vengeance. You got the ones in heaven also, where he's at. He said, no man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. See? Raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, in the Old Testament, of the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Every man therefore that have heard and have learned of the Father cometh unto me. See? Not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of the Most High himself, he have seen the Father. See? And nobody's seen the Father. That's why he said told us in St. John 1 and 18. No man has seen the Most High. St. John 1 and 18. No man has seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahushua, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. From the beginning, in the volume of the book, is written of him. So that's why I said when you see rock, it's also a Mashiach Yahushua, because when you look at, just give you proof of that, because I made that statement, I want to make sure that, it's clear. It's for real, people. It's something that we really need to look at in our way of understanding this Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, not just whatever part you want to try and hook up for yourself to say, okay, this is what I like. Look what it says in 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. It says, moreover, because where we at now in Deuteronomy, we in the wilderness. Moreover, brethren, verse 1. 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, meaning not knowing, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, the Red Sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock, the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was a Mashiach Yahushua. See? So that's why I say, even if it's a Mashiach Yahushua, or if it's the Most High, a Mashiach Yahushua is there with him as a spirit, a spiritual rock. He's a spirit. He's that same spirit that you see in Genesis, the first chapter, the first verse, and the second verse identifies him as the spirit. In the beginning, all I am created the heavens and the earth. Who is that? The Most High told you in Ephesians 3 and 9 that he created all things by Mashiach Yahushua. I mean, it's clear. It's saying that. And I dare anyone to try and take the Old Testament and make a New Testament out of it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. That's why this holy men were moved by the Holy Spirit of the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High, to write what they wrote. That's why we have it today. Say they have corrupted themselves. Go back to Deuteronomy 32 and 5. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. So their spot is not the spot of his children. Because the majority of us is off. 2/3 is a lot more than 1/3. That's why I say the majority of us wicked, full of iniquity, as the word says. Well, we got to change. Got to be born again. Got to take off the old man and put on the new man. And cry to the Most High. And become humble and with a broken and contrite spirit. Jeremiah 2 Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Back there, we ain't finished there yet. Jeremiah 2 and 33. Jeremiah 2:33. So why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? So why are you seeking love from me? Everybody want to say the Most High is all love. I'm telling you, why you want love from me? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Hear that? We taught the wicked ones our ways. We can talk about the wicked all we want to, but we taught the wicked ones our ways. Jeremiah 5. Jeremiah the 5th chapter and the 28th verse. So what kind of ways do we have? He's just telling you. Wicked. Look, Jeremiah 5:28. They are waxing fat. we living large. They are waxing fat. Eating good. They shine. Yeah. They'll overpass the deeds of the wicked. You hear that? They overpass the deeds of the wicked. That's Israel. That's our people. That's why he's telling us. We corrupted ourselves. You say that their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Wow. Because a perverse and crooked generation. Look what Moses told us in Deuteronomy 31 and 28 and 29. He said, Moses told us, gather unto me all the elders of your tribes. All 12 tribes was here. Get the elders and bring them to me. And your officers, bring the officers, that I may speak these words in their ears, and call heaven and earth to record against them. So you're going to call heaven and earth, what's bound on earth is bound in heaven, to record against them. What? Verse 29. For I know that after my death ye will utterly corrupt yourselves. That's the Most High just saying we did. And turn aside from the way which I have commanded you. And evil will befall you in the latter days. Here we are in the last days, say, and this evil is all around us in these last days. Because ye will do evil in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. Verse 16, Deuteronomy 31 and 16. And the Most High said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up. He's telling Moses, you're going to die. You're going to sleep with your father, and this people shall rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land. You're going to go after the gods of these nations that I said we ain't supposed to be dealing with. Whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them, then my anger, he said, we're going to break the law, statutes, commandments, and the covenant, the contract, the agreement that the Most High only made with the 12 tribes of Israel. Once we do this, he said, verse 17, then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them. Did he say, I'm going to forsake them? And I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured. And many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our power is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought. That's why I keep telling you it's important to do as many of the laws as you can before the Most High, before it's too late, before these evils come upon you. He said, I will surely, verse 18, I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. And a lot of you don't even realize when you turn it unto other gods, because you've been programmed in a world of evil that says it's okay to be evil. This is normal. So when you want to actually operate in the spirit of the Most High and follow His rules and regulations, now you weird. Something's wrong with you. Because you're doing what's right, everybody else off. That's why people that's off, I just look at you as being off. Ignorant. Let the ignorant be ignorant. So it says that. But you want to be like everybody else, well go to hell with everybody else. Just don't try and take me with you. And that's the mindset you should have. The people will try and take you to hell with them. And it's a song. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Most High gave us the best land that He loved, the best rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments that He created, the finger of the Most High. Say we the chosen people. He said, I only know you. Do what I say. I'm going to bless you to be above all nations. And we were. When we were following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, we were above all nations. And we didn't. We had an evil king come in. Most High destroyed us with these other nations. Don't think that He's saying what He's saying and it's a secret. Ain't no secret. It's ain't no secret that He hid His face from us. The other nations knew this. They knew this. So I'm going to hide my face from you. They knew this. Look at Ezekiel 39 and 23. Concerning the other nations, knowing that the Most High hid His face from us. Ezekiel 39:23. And the heathen, that's these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, for our sins, for breaking His laws, breaking the covenant of the Most High that He had with we, the children of Israel. These other nations know this. Because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. Not your friends, but gave us into the hand of our enemies. So fell they all by the sword, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgression, breaking the Most High's laws. Have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. See? These nations know this. We don't know it because we don't know the word. We don't know enough of the word, I might say, to know what He's saying here. He told us He's going to hide His face from us. And the other nations know that. That's why what you think, they're going to show you how to be righteous. They're going to come against you being righteous because they want you to be wicked because they know this. Revelation 12 and 12. They know this. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. All those that's living on the earth and living out there in the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He know he got a short time. That's why he come down with much wrath. That's why he gonna have you doing the things that's contrary to the righteousness of the Most High, which is keeping His laws, Deuteronomy 6 and 25. All day long and all night long, you see? So that feeling the Most High gonna keep His face hid from us, but no, we are coming back to His laws, statutes, commandments. 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. They just gotta understand we gotta have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua also. That gotta go along with the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. We gotta have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. Verse 17. And the dragon, which is the serpent, which is the beast, which is devil, which is Satan, which is Esau, and his kingdom, and all those that's following him, was wrought with the woman who represents Israel when you read Jeremiah 6 and 2. Most High is likening us into a comely and delicate woman. The 12 tribes of Israel. So we're going to be wrought with the 12 tribes of Israel. But a certain number of the 12 tribes of Israel. And went to make war with who? With the remnant of her seed. The remnant is 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua. But we know the end result. When you do that, Mashiach Yahushua going to bust through the fourth dimension and redeem us. And most high will, if we remain faithful in keeping his laws and commandments, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. And these nations know this. They know this. They know this. That's why we, as a people, we have to come out of this darkness, this ignorant state of mind, and stop wanting to just do enough to get by. It's more important than that, people. Look at Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. And we're going to look at how they think. Look at how they think. Remember they say they're going to come down with much wrath from those that keep the commandments and have a faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. That's only us. We the children of Israel. 1/3, mind you. Because the 2/3 is out there doing whatever they're doing to be like the other nations, to fit in. Making sure that, nobody looking at them in a strange way like they look at us. The ones that's really trying to do it. Some of you still trying, some of you still faking it. You're still out there faking it. You're Israelite on the Sabbath, and after the Sabbath over, no telling what you are. Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. Remember the devil, he got a short time coming down with much wrath. Look at what it says. For the unrighteous, it say ungodly, but I say unrighteous because ungodly is unrighteous. They're not following the laws of the Most High. And God is dog spelled backwards. And the Europeans created the word dog, which is God spelled backwards. They created God. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say the unrighteous. Those are not keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. For the unrighteous said, reasoning with themselves, but not right. This is what they say. Reason with themselves, but not right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. So they don't believe that a Mashiach Yahushua rose on the third day. They don't believe in the reincarnation or the regeneration or Mashiach Yahushua rising from the dead as the first. They don't believe in that. They say, we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. This is what they know. Remember it says, ain't gonna be no remembrance of this world we in now. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our bodies shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. So I tell you, Wisdom of Solomon 5:7, hold that. So you know, when salvation is coming to Israel, the Israelites, that's what they're going to say. Wisdom of Solomon 5:7. We rid ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction, bringing forth wickedness on this earth and destruction, destroying everywhere they go. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High of Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. So, you want to spend all your time teaching the unrighteous concerning the Most High. When reaching salvation, that's what they're going to say. You can't make it say no, nothing else, nothing different, as what's written. Remember, every word of the Most High is pure. I didn't write it, and you didn't write it, but it's right there. And this is what they're going to say. This is what they're saying before. Salvation is going to come to the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. It's right here. Wisdom of Solomon 2 again. Verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. See? The things that they done, nobody gonna remember. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. I mean, the beams of the sun come through. I mean, that's nothing. Could be no remembrance of them and whatever they have done. See, for our time is very shadow. For our time is a very shadow that passes away. And after our end, there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. That's what they think. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things. Let's enjoy the good things in life that are present. And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Like we did back and forth. Like right now they want to go back to how it was when they said it was good old America when we were enslaved. Is that what that cat that was running for Senate, Moore, ain't that what he said? That's the time that America was flourishing and great, when we were enslaved. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let us flower, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. You see? Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. They even had a Rose Bowl parade every year. Just living it up, right? Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness, living large and in charge, the rich and the famous. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens, voluptuousness, they call that a woman that's large, call it voluptuous, right? So that's living large. Voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our life, let me change the pocket for this one. So like it says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, verse 7. And let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds, therefore they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. That's why all the money, look who's pictures on the money. And who it is that, no matter how much money we as the Israelites have, it's not coming from us, it's coming from them. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. But this is our portion. And our lot is this. This is their time. It's their portion, and their lot is this. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Hear that? We feel that. See, let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Remember? The devil know he got a short time. We're coming down upon those that keep the laws of the Most High and the faith and the true faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. That's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. See, that's all against the laws of the Most High. Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Don't care about the older men or older women. Let our strength be the law of justice. That's the military might. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. The poor in spirit and the poor itself is worth nothing, it's saying. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous. You know? The devil know he got a short time coming down with much wrath. Upon who? Verse 17 told you. Those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have a true faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, true testimony of the Mashiach Yahushua. So therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. It's their turn. We're not for their turn, because all the wickedness that's going on in the world, we're crying out loud against it. And he is clean contrary to our doings. Yeah, we ain't with no men and women with women. And changing a man to a woman to a man, all that stuff, and how the little children learning how to accept that type of lifestyle. Most High made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve and Eve and evil. He made a man and a woman to lay down and have children. He said procreate. How you gonna procreate? 2 men and 2 women. That's why I tell y'all, you gotta be talking about doing African American. Africa named after the so-called white man, Leocyphus avocatus. America named after another so-called white man, Amerigo Vespucci. How do 2 men come together and have you? Get out of here. You are of your father. It's crazy. But we don't think, so therefore we don't have the mind to think of what it is that's being put upon us. We the only people that's nationality or race change ever so often. Wonder what's going to be next. Hopefully Hebrew Israelites. All praise to the Most High. It say, therefore, verse 12, say, therefore let us wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. Yeah, because if you breaking the laws of the Most High, it don't matter who you are. Remember, we just read, and right now it's talking about these especially Edomites and the other nations that follow them, and Israel. We just said, remember, told you that Israel, their ways compass the ways of the wicked. Thought the wicked ones are ways. Get out of here. 2/3 of our people ain't good for nothing. You don't hear that. You only hear about what you hear about Massa. That's who you love. You hear that clear, loud and clear. Ooh, why are you talking about the white man? Ooh. What about us? What about us being wicked? You don't hear that though, right? 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death. As it is written. I ain't making this up. It's all written in the scriptures. Just because you don't know, don't mean that it's not true. It's written in the scriptures. That's why you need to be 1/3 of the 12 tribes. And everybody need to be come back to the laws of the Most High. Because you're going to be made to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. I'm not going to shy, coming back to beat you with a rod of iron. A rod of iron. A rod of iron with the law. When he destroy you, you're going to be saying the law. You're going to hear the law coming out of his mouth. We just went over that. In 2nd Ezra 34th chapter. He's going to be saying the laws as he's killing you. Like you get a beating and your mama or your daddy be telling you what you did wrong. Yeah, that's what he's going to be doing. And from that point on, 1,000 years, he's going to reign with a rod of iron. Because it say you're on the right hand side. David said, the Lord said to my Lord, sit thee on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool. What you think he's going to do? You're going to follow him. You're going to serve him under the laws of the Most High. As he's perfect, you're going to be made like that, or he's going to kill you. Isaiah 60:12. They in the kingdom that will not serve him shall perish. They shall be utterly wasted. That's what it says. Paraphrasing. So this is good news. This tells you so that you know, and there's no excuse for no one. See, they're going to be waiting for us. Therefore, let us wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law. See? What are they doing? Offending the law. Deuteronomy 20:13. If a man lie with mankind as he shall a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them, as it is written. That's the law. You can't change it. Mashiach ain't come to change the law. He said, hey, till heaven and earth pass. 1 John 1:2, the law should not pass till all be fulfilled. So you got to repent. Israel will come out of that. And objective to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. Yeah. Because in their education system, they teach the little children that it's okay to be whatever they feel is inside of them. If they feel that they're gay, they promote it. They ain't got to tell their parents nothing. So who owns the children? If they can come to school and if they feel that they're gay, they can be gay. And you can't say nothing about it as a parent. Change their clothes until they go to school. You sit them out as a boy, get to school, they put on a dress. Can't nobody say nothing. The law says that. So, who really owns your children? You or the state that you live in? That's the world we're in. That's why it's going to get deep. It says, but it's all going to come out in the word of the Most High. About some of myself, Yahushua. It says, he possesses to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Most High, which we are the children of the Most High. Mashiach Yahushua said in Matthew 15 and 24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. See? And we're going to reprove their thoughts. Because their thoughts are wicked. If it's not righteous according to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, he is grievous unto us even to behold. Hear that? Just even look at us. They don't want to see us coming back to who we are, our nationality, rehearsing the righteous acts, the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, saying that the Most High is a brother with pure woolly hair, pure nappy hair. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear Mashiach Yahushua is a so-called black man. They don't want to hear that you are the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Asher, Reuben, Naphtali, and Issachar. They don't want to hear that. That we the 12 tribes of Israel. They don't want to hear nothing like that because we're supposed to be still whatever name they gave us. And having their name on our back as our last name. No matter if you speak English, Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, whatever language you speak. Your last name comes from them. See? It says, verse 15, he is grievous unto us, even to behold. So they grievous, they hate to even look at us. Don't get it twisted. That little, just showing your teeth. It's not a smile. It said, he is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion, see? See, these other men's lives are just the way they've been Edomized or programmed to follow the curriculum of the world so they can be accepted. And look at all the things, look at all the scandals that have went down, that they're coming out. Hundreds of women and men saying that they were violated. Their personal sexual life was violated by these people that had some type of clout in the industry. Whether in the movies or in the music industry, it didn't matter. It's all the entertainment industry. Look at all the people that's coming out saying this. Think it ain't real? You better understand. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Yes, another fashion because we come out of the Willie Lynch letter. We come out of the religious instructions of the Negroes in the United States of America. We come out of Stockholm Syndrome and thinking the wrong way and accepting it and believing that we got to accept and exalt and protect massa anymore. No. We got to come back to who we are. We are the children of Israel. We got a power, the power of Abraham. We had a son named Isaac. We had a son named Jacob, who became the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, period. And if you're not of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then you are not the chosen people of the Most High, and the Most High got something for you, regardless how you feel. Got to do with us. This is all about the Most High and His judgment. That's it's written. Everything is written from the past, the present, and the future. You're going to see. If you haven't seen already. Verse 16. We are esteemed of Him as counterfeits. Yeah, fakes. They fake. They ain't real. Especially the Jewish people claiming to be the Israelites. Come on, they call themselves Israelis. So I mean, it's all the way you look around. The Jewish is ISH is a suffix pertaining to being like the real Judah, which is myself and other brothers and sisters around the world, four corners of the earth. You see, counterfeits. They are counterfeits. You know, Israeli. The I sound is I and it. So I like the long I sound, which is I. So Israel lie. That sounds good to me. Because you can't get no E sound on no I. But it is what it is. I mean, it's exposed to us as it is written. It's written that way. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. So we are esteemed of Him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. Yeah, we're going to see. And we keep reading in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter. It's going to come clear and clear in the law. From filthiness. Yeah, filthiness. It's real filthy. For a man to lay down with another man and a woman to lay with another woman. And to say it's okay and teach children that. That's filthiness. Filthiness to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, oysters, catfish. All the things they eat doo-doo. That's filthy. Feeding our people chitlins. You can't clean no doo-doo out no hog's guts. I don't care how much you clean it. That hog that lived all those years, and you don't get all that doo-doo out of it. Nah, man, get out of here. And our people love to have it so. Y'all gonna have them chitlins and black-eyed peas on New Year's. A tradition. Sad, sad, sad. That's filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. And why it's going to be blessed? Like we read in Deuteronomy 28, chapter